Tonight, King Kyrgios, the Aussie teenage wildcard, pulls off one of the biggest upsets in tennis history. Shooting survivor, a Perth woman caught in the crossfire of a gun battle while holidaying in the States. And mystery millionaire, a Perth punter takes out Oz Lotto's $10 million jackpot.
This is 10 Eyewitness News with Kiara Zaffino.
It's being hailed as one of the greatest upsets in Wimbledon history. A 19-year-old Aussie playing at the All England club for the first time thanks to a wild card. Now Nick Kyrgios is the toast of tennis after defeating world number one Rafael Nadal. His stunning victory has set him on the path to fame and fortune. Adam Hawes has it. BHP's celebrations for shipping 1 billion tonnes of iron ore to Japan were ended today, with the company's president conceding he can't rule out further job cuts. It comes after the mining giant slashed 500 positions so far this year. Alicia Banner filed this report from Port Hedland. Here's Michael Schultz with a look ahead to the weather. And Schultz, did the farmers get any of this rain?
Yeah, there have been some reasonable falls in the agricultural areas. Up in the central west between Dongara and Geraldton, there were falls up to 20 millimetres after 9 o'clock this morning. Inland Merredin picked up 6 millimetres. Further east there was 4 millimetres at Southern Cross, and down in the Great Southern 18 millimetres reported from Narrogin. Perth had 18.4 millimetres. Now about the minimum last night, it was the warmest July night on record. That minimum was 16.5 degrees and we ended up with a maximum today of 19.5 degrees. Outside at the moment it's around 16 degrees. The barometers are 1,018 hectopascals and that's starting to fall. The relative humidity is around 75%. And around the metropolitan area today, quite a few locations recorded their warmest July night on record. They included places like the airport. That record's about 70 years old. And in the case of Perth, that record goes back to 1898, so about 116 years since the previous record for July for overnight minima. I'll see you at 5 to 6.
See you then. Ahead in 10 Eyewitness News. Jared Baden Clay repeatedly denies killing his wife in a dramatic day at his murder trial. And Pippa Middleton reveals what it's like to be the auntie of a future king. Goss is here with sport, and Goss, you've been pumping up this cricket catch all day.
All day. All day, 24 hours actually. Yeah, it's a beauty, Kiara. It's a double catch, if you know what I mean, and it involves an Australian. It's on the way and well worth waiting for. But of course, we'll have more on King Kyrgios. It's the game's biggest stage, Wimbledon centre court against world number one Rafa Nadal. The exciting Aussie teenager did it with a touch of class. And the little man reaches a major milestone, Hayden Ballantyne, to play his 100th game. Welcome to Sport, everyone. All the footy news shortly, but while the rest of Australia celebrates the biggest win of his life, Nick Kyrgios has to pull his rackets out again tonight. Still on cloud nine after his fourth round win over world number one Rafa Nadal, which included arguably the shot of the year. Trent Dan, your Super AFL Thursday tomorrow night. Ross Lyon, the Dockers, will find out whether Nick Nat Nui is playing. And well done to WA in the State 18s. They beat Big Country today by 2 points in an upset.
Great. Thanks, Goss. Michael Schultz will have the weather next.
I got all that out really quickly, didn't I?
Very good evening to you. The next 24 hours is going to be very different from the 24 hours we've just had, particularly as far as the minimum temperature is concerned. This morning, we're going to be about a quarter of the minimum from this morning. The Skyscan shows the cloud and the showers and rain coming through during the course of the morning. The best of it came through during the morning as the Bureau expected, and Perth recorded 11.2 millimetres before 9 this morning, 7.2 after. The total for the month is up to 18.4. The average is 169. Here are the figures for the wider metropolitan area. Some good falls in the hills, 29 reported at Carnot, 28 at Bickley, but the best fall was 40.8 millimetres at Jandakot. All but 7 millimetres of that was before 9 o'clock this morning, and Rottnest really missed out, just getting 6 millimetres. 19.5 was the maximum at 16 minutes past midday. After that record warm July night of 16.5 degrees, and that passes the previous record that was set on the 12th of July in 1898. The temperature at the moment is just under 15. The winds are southwesterly, 17 kilometres an hour. The barometer 1,018.6 hectopascals and rising. Relative humidity about 85%. And as you have a look at the metropolitan temperatures, I'll just point out that minimum records were broken at Perth Airport, at Gosnells, at Swanbourne, at Jandakot and Bickley. Most of those were 7 or 8 degrees above the long-term average. Around the state today, 29 the highest maximum at Columbaroo, Bidjadanga and West Roebuck. Before that maximum, West Roebuck had a minimum of 4.6 degrees and it's very close to Broome. Broome had a minimum of 7.5 degrees. Lowest maximum today was 14 at Manjimup, Rocky Gully and Shannon, and the lowest last night was -1 in the northern goldfields at Tuliri. Happy Valley, which is in the southwest district to the east of Busselton, had the most rain till 9 o'clock this morning with 62 millimetres. Since 9 this morning, the best falls being 22 millimetres at Moondah to the north of Perth. A series of satellite photographs shows the system moving through. It has taken some falls into the agricultural areas. Wongan Hills has had 14 millimetres today, 18 millimetres at Narrogin, 11 through to Lake Grace, and Merredin has picked up 6 millimetres. On the surface pattern, the ridge of high pressure is coming in fairly rapidly behind it. There's still gales along the southern coastline, and a gale warning remains current for tomorrow for the Albany coast and the Esperance coast, and a strong wind warning will be issued for the Euclid coast. And with that high moving in, a cold night for southern inland parts. So as far as rainfall is concerned, it's contracting to the southern coastline, should clear most of the inland parts of the southwest land division during the night, and even on the south coast those showers will be contracting eastwards during the course of the day. And just tomorrow morning, the very northern tail of that front could just be producing some very isolated light showers in the southeast of the Gascoyne and the northwest of the goldfields. On to the national forecast, where most cities are expecting sunshine tomorrow, but it's going to be another cold start for Alice Springs, -2, -1 expected in Canberra. Only city expecting some showers is Hobart, and a top of 16 degrees. On the local waters, southeasterly winds will be around 15 to 20 knots early in the morning, but then they'll be tending east to northeasterly during the day at 10 to 15 knots. The seas will be down to 1 metre during the morning, and the swell between 2 and 3 metres. High tide's just over 1 metre, and the low tide 0.7 of a metre. That's at 14 minutes past 7 tomorrow night. Forecast for Perth is for a mostly sunny day. We'll have light winds early. They'll become moderate easterlies during the middle of the day. We're heading down to 4. Tomorrow's maximum should reach 16. On Friday, there should be a shower or two developing in 20 degrees after another minimum of 4. On Saturday, the chance of an early shower in 22. And it looks like the rain is going to roll in again on Sunday morning. But I'll tell you more about that tomorrow night, Kiara.
Thank you, Schultzy. That's all from the Perth newsroom for now. Thanks for your company. Good night.
Good night. Really good. Back up 18 millimetres with another 18 millimetres.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy.